Sure, bring it all the way over. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're still encountering delays with the production of the underground belts. Just the iron gear wheels. Even bringing in 2 lanes. No, I thought I was thinking that I had actually redirected a second line over here earlier. I wasn't looking, I guess. Like, in all honesty, these have a finite amount of production. Have an arrow. Oh, there's the beacon factory. I see what you mean. Was it over here? Where'd you see it? You saw it and I didn't. Is it in here? Where was it? I missed it. We were like standing right here. Am I blind? It's not one of these. Back by the new reds. Ah, yes, right there. And look at that. It's not getting enough. Oh, it was pulling copper. And now it doesn't have its copper. It was pulling off of the same line as some of the reds. Well, you know, I guess we could spare some. Because again, this has a finite amount of production. It's not going to really eat into it to split off of this just a little bit. The beacon production can have a small snack. Wait, where am I going? I want to go under. Oh, This is gonna be funny. I'm gonna do this number. This is a fun little puzzle. It's just these. There we go. We only just cut that off too because a lot of our beacons got made. Move the splitter up one. Oh yeah, you're right. We could just do that. I liked this solution though. That was kind of, if we didn't have the space, that would have been a fun little solution. Cool, so it's good to go. Come on, you're still not producing. I need all these underground belts. Can't put those in there because they're the highest upgrades. Man, you're still not getting the gears? What's being... This is taking them all up, isn't it? guess I'm fine with that. I'd rather have these being produced, and then when they reach their cap, then this can get what it needs to. The thing is, it's pulling from both sides for this one. Just rotate that for a minute. We'll just do that. You still get some, but this gets them first. Because, man, it is eating 2 whole lanes here. This isn't as saturated as it usually is. Oh, there it goes. Well, kind of. There it is. Ah, we got the dry spell here. That means the train's probably on its way back in. There it is. It's like almost. It's like a 10-second cap right now, and I think a project for next time will probably be to make a second iron train. Check your cap on your chest for beacons. Beacons only stack to 10. Oh yeah, I think I have the cap set to 2 stacks. That being said, if we ever have... Well, you know what? I do want it to go ahead and make more. I was just thinking to myself, like, you know, it can keep making them if we have outstanding blueprints on the ground, but I guess I'd like for any future blueprints to go ahead and plop down more than just 20, right? Oh, there's some. Yeah, let's open that up to 100. Come on, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all we need is like these last 7 underground belts. And then we're going to see these immediately get chomped up again. These are already halved for green circuit production. And then that comes down here. Then gets halved again. You can only go for so long. Just a waiting game right now. Beacons are relatively cheap to make, just expensive to power. Expensive to stock up with what it needs to modify. Yeah, it's not too terrible. Let's look at the red circuits. 20 red circuits. We're just making one at a time. And I'm not really in a hurry for these. Like, I mean, hey, you can have one of those. The beacons can get made whenever, I guess, because we'll just gradually... we don't have coverage anymore. We moved them. Like, the factories will still work without the beacons. It's just the beacons will help them once they're in. So I'm always cool with them going at their own pace sometimes. You know, put one over here. Just in case we reach them down later. You don't have one. There we go. A little bit better. Are they good? Are they flowing? We now have some more red circuits making their way to the belt. Good, good. Let the red flow through you. That being said... oh yeah, we still have some of these that need to be made. Some of these underground belts here. Otherwise, it looks like most of the products will make it to the back. And if that's the case... And I'll be eager to find out if, you know, if we can extend these, if we can split these source belts coming in. I mean, plastic will be a stretch, but looks good right now. Red's already looking a bit better. What's up here? Oh, you're waiting on blue. Blue's getting a slower trickle of red. How can we improve that? We could pull off a whole belt. I know I stopped doing that, but specifically for blue circuits, we could do that. The thing is, we're just reducing what's getting provided further down the line. Hold on. Let's do the splitter, except nope. Let's tell it to prioritize the right. So it's essentially the same thing happening, except when it backs up, it won't stall the throughput to half. Assuming we have saturated lines coming down eventually. Is that getting more in here? One, two-ish. Okay, looking better. If I see a red circuit touch the end, I will be super happy. We're getting there. Nice. That actually means that this may fully saturate over time. It should. Should have done that a while back. Well, I don't know. I mean, we're choking the science production way down the line, but again, we're not really using it for anything right now. Worker robot speed 9. We'll get to that later. What pulls off of the red line before it gets down to here? Because we may have to send some red up once we take this section out. Like, we'll put in another section like this and take this column out, and then we may send some up because they need to go, wow, they need to go up here. And this is feeding some stuff up this way. Some old science production. A couple of malls. A couple of mini malls. This is our nuclear production. What are you not getting? You're not getting the green. That's fine. All in due time. All in due time. Input on these, though, looks really good. I mean, it looks like these are saturated, so I'm wondering if it uses more than one full belt, or if it uses more than half of a belt. Because if we took, like, let's say, take this out for a second. Oh, well, you know what? That actually was fine where it was. If we took the plastic, right? I kind of want to see if it'll operate off of a split. Because if so, then we can fuel twice as many of these factories. I feel like it won't, but it's worth it to try. don't know exactly what this blueprint was designed for. It might once all the beacons are filled. Good point. Oh, we don't have a lot of green circuits coming in. You know what, just for the sake of, let's pretend like we have more green circuits coming in. It's gonna get just as choked in a second, but it's pulling from the other side of the bus, so it's gonna have twice as many. There it goes. If it's just the green circuits, there's like a wave of it being choked out, making its way down through here. It's promising. We have 6 plastic, 4, 2, 14. It's getting enough plastic, it's getting enough copper. That's super promising. I'm not as worried about the green circuits. I think that once we make all the appropriate modules, they should improve. Let's go check and see how many they have. I still see a lot flashing on the map. Did we confirm that robots will deliver modules in the yellow area of a roboport, or in the green area of a roboport? Yes. Because they already have delivered some. Unless those came out of my inventory. I like how this looks over here. You're not getting enough iron. Only one side of this iron is making its way through. The iron fixes itself. What did you say, Iron Wolf? Guess that since it was built with blue ends, it probably needs that many. They will. Yeah, that was nice to find out. I kind of want to go ahead and gut this then, even if we don't have the modules yet. We have a lot of them, or we have a lot of the speeds. We don't have a whole lot of the productivity ones yet. It's like I was saying, it's just part of that waiting game. Now a lot of greens are making their way down here. We pulled off 2. Let's do the same thing that we did for the reds, by the way. Let's do this instead. And then you go under here. And we'll still tell it to prioritize the right, or no, in that case it's the left because it's upside down, and the right here. So it pulls them off with priority. But then you... We don't have enough room for a balancer there. Balancer's here, okay. That'll work. And then the throughput will maintain itself. Should this reach a point, which is no time soon, but should this reach a point of being saturated. You have reversed inserters on your green build. On the green build back here? Sorry, I just saw that message. Were they part of the blueprint, or was it something I put down after the fact? You know what it is? I think the left side of this wasn't completely constructed well, and the iron's not making its way over anyway. Like, iron should be... Oh yeah, you're right, it is reversed here. It's part of the blueprint. Maybe I accidentally hit R over it or something. You guys have, like, the best eyes. I cannot tell you how much trouble that saved me. It had to have been part of the blueprint. Look, it's like replicated. Damn bootleg blueprints. Clean that up. Didn't see you place, so I don't know if it was blueprint. Like, this whole thing was just plopped down. Let me just go ahead and reverse these. And then we'll clean these out. I'll skip this track. I have to be in a mood for it. I haven't been the last like 5 times it's come up. The loud one. Cool. And that messed with a few of these. Hopefully that helps our productivity. I can get all of them. There's like one left at the end of each of these. We reached a dry spot of our iron. It'll come through. Okay, so I do need to reintegrate the green circuits. Let's do it up here. And by that I mean I'm gonna request a chest that brings all spare green circuits here. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a fast inserter or not. That's overkill. They're going to take them out of my inventory, take them to storage, and then bring them back from storage to that requester chest. But we got rid of the old one that we had that was at the... Yeah, there they come. we had one of those already set up at the other production center, and we tore that up. I think it was just the last machine that was tied up, right? Because we increased productivity, it looks like, but not by a ton. Wasn't it just tying up, like, it was just tying up the ends? Come on, iron, you gotta catch up. Takes a little while for that new train of iron to trickle through here. There it goes, you can see it. And there it goes to go get more. I don't know, maybe it was. It does look a lot better. End and middle since first was wrong. Ah, yeah. You're right. Or it had like clogged up the end. At first, I think we were getting a whole lot because it wasn't all clogged up yet, and then just the more green circuits that got put on that line whenever there was a space in the iron. That's probably what was happening. Copper. You're having trouble getting copper wire. Maybe not trouble. They just need their modules. That does look a lot better. You know, iron, I was going to say maybe next time, but we really need to improve it. We can get more ore on these lanes here. We get another train coming in, but where are we looking? Got some big ore. We've got a big iron ore patch over here. We could do a project where we have just have it mined from here and brought down. But no, okay, we have the train, we have stone, we have iron coming from here, here already, here. Those are going into the train. And they're being brought up through here. Iron way out there. Big patch of iron way down here. Now this is the stone line. And it parks here for a long time. So we could make that a segment of the track and have the iron train come past the stone lines with a bypass maybe. Or we don't even necessarily have to have it connect to the same piece of track, even though that's a fun challenge. Fun. We could have the train maybe curve right here, cut in between this patch here, and make its own way down here. 64 million iron waiting here. The thing though is that it's the same train. This train gets full. We kind of need a second train. Oh, cook time. Talk to you later. See you later, Iron Wolf. Like if I have a second train, but they're both going up and down the same track, that becomes rough because then they got to pass each other. Well, there's a return line here. Once they get to this point, there's a return line. I could have it take the return line and then wait here for the other one to leave, and then it pulls in. Okay, so it would have to still have two engines at the end here. But then the other two engines can just be... Oh, it'll unload their fuel though, won't it? Maybe we'll make it the same length. 2 engines, 8 cars, 2 engines. It's a long train. Is that sound happening on the stream? What is that? Oh, it's a new sound effect. Not the same alert that we used to have. This guy spawned here. This spawned a whole camp here. We can't let that stand. I was like, what is that new sound effect? I'm used to... Stabbage, hello! Quit knocking out my stuff. We're on our way. Taking the long route, because we never have to take a vehicle anywhere. So we don't have one ready. Funny thing is, we just walk through and annihilate because of our suit. Get out of here with that nonsense. That was it.